This video explores the origin, development, and significance of the Hanseatic League, a powerful trade alliance in medieval Europe. I'll explain how merchants united, how Lübeck became the center, trade flourished, and the roles cities, trading posts, and political conflicts played. In the 12th century, merchants in northern Germany began to unite. They wanted to trade more safely and efficiently. Cities like Lübeck and Hamburg formed a network. This gave rise to the Hanseatic League, a powerful trade alliance. In the 13th century, Lübeck became the heart of the Hanseatic League. The city was well located on the Baltic Sea and had a large harbor. Merchants from Lübeck traded fish, salt, and grain. Other cities joined Lübeck. The Hanseatic League controlled trade in the Baltic and North Sea. They transported goods like wood, furs, cloth, and spices. Ships called cogs were sturdy and could carry large loads. Trade made the cities wealthy. The Hanseatic League established trading posts known as kontors in foreign cities. Major kontors were in Novgorod, Bergen, London, and Bruges. Hanseatic merchants lived and worked there. The kontors secured trade. Hanseatic cities joined forces to protect themselves. Pirates and hostile rulers threatened trade. The League deployed its own warships to guard merchant vessels. This kept trade safer. From the 14th century, Hanseatic cities met regularly. The Hanseatic Diet in Lübeck was like a parliament for merchants. They discussed rules, trade, and conflicts. Lübeck led these meetings. In 1358, the Hanseatic League clashed with Denmark. The Danish king wanted control over the Baltic Sea. The League went to war and won in 1370 with the Treaty of Stralsund. This strengthened its power. Fish, especially herring, was big business for the Hanseatic League. Large amounts were caught and salted in the Baltic Sea. The fish was sold in southern Europe, where it was in high demand. This brought great profit. Salt was essential in the Middle Ages for preserving food. Lüneburg, a Hanseatic city, had vast salt deposits. The League sold this salt across Europe. It was called white gold. In the 14th century, princes became more powerful. They wanted to control the wealth of Hanseatic cities. Some demanded high taxes or attacked ships. The League had to defend itself. The church was very influential in the Middle Ages. Hanseatic cities paid money to the church to ease trade. Merchants also donated churches and chapels. This showed their wealth and faith. In Hanseatic cities like Rostock or Bremen, crafts flourished. Blacksmiths, weavers, and bakers worked for trade. Their goods were sold through the Hanseatic League. This brought life to the cities. In the 15th century, the printing press spread. The League used it to print trade agreements and regulations. This made merchants' work easier. The press helped modernize the Hanseatic League. In the 15th century, there were disputes with England. English merchants wanted more trade for themselves. The League fought for its rights, especially in the London contour. It was a tough competition. In the 16th century, the League lost power. New trade routes, like to America, became more important. Powerful kings and princes also restricted the League. Cities worked together less. The Netherlands became a trading power in the 16th century. Their ships were faster and more advanced than those of the League. Cities like Amsterdam took over trade. The League could not keep up. The 30 Years' War began in 1618 and struck Germany. Hanseatic cities like Stralsund were attacked. The war disrupted trade, and many cities grew poorer. The League lost further influence. The last Hanseatic Diet was held in Lübeck in 1669. Only a few cities still participated. The League had little power left. The trade alliance slowly dissolved. The League remained active in Scandinavia for a long time. Cities like Bergen in Norway were key for the fish trade. But even there, the League weakened in the 17th century. New powers took over. The League had a lasting impact on northern Germany. Many cities like Lübeck or Hamburg are still proud of their Hanseatic history. Old warehouses and town halls are reminders. The Hanseatic spirit lives on in culture. Hanseatic merchants often became very wealthy. They built grand houses and supported their cities. Their wealth came from trading goods like amber or cloth. But not all citizens were so well off. Women had a small role in the Hanseatic League. Some widows ran their husbands' businesses. They traded goods and managed contours, but usually men handled trade. The Baltic Sea was the center of the Hanseatic League. It was called the Mother of the League because it connected trade routes. Ships sailed between Poland, Sweden, and Germany. The sea was their lifeline. Pirates were a major threat to the Hanseatic League. They attacked merchant ships and stole goods. The League built fortified ships and hired guards. Still, piracy remained a big issue. Hanseatic cities were often independent of princes. They had their own laws and mayors, but they had to negotiate with kings to protect trade. This was not always easy. Education became more important in Hanseatic cities. Merchants needed reading, writing, and arithmetic for trade. Schools were founded, and many children learned. This helped cities stay modern. When America was discovered, trade changed. New routes across the Atlantic gained importance. The League remained focused on the Baltic and lost influence. Global trade overtook it. Today, cities like Hamburg or Bremen call themselves Hanseatic cities. They are proud of their history and use the name for tourism. There is also a new Hanse, a cultural network. The idea of the League lives on. The League inspired artists. Paintings show cogs, merchants, and harbors. Museums display models of Hanseatic ships. Art shows how vibrant the League once was. Today, the Hanseatic League is a symbol of cooperation. Northern German cities celebrate Hanseatic festivals with markets and parades. Schools teach about the League because it was so important. Its history fascinates many people.